You are most likely watching this video because you got this question wrong. It says, I walk away from a sound source until I notice it is 4 times weaker. How many times farther away did I walk? And it gives you the sound strength equation. It says strength equals 1 over d squared. Well, let me first, before I show you how to do this, let me show you what I'm guessing you did wrong. I'm guessing that when you read the problem and it said 4 times weaker, I'm guessing that you put in a 4 right here for s. So you went like this. You said 4 equals 1 over d squared, and then you solved for d. So how did you solve for d? Maybe you put 4 over 1, and then you perhaps cross-multiplied. 1 times 1 is 1, and then 4 times d squared is 4d squared. Divide both sides by 4. So d squared equals 1/4. We take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of d squared, you get d, which is what we want. Take the square root of 1/4. Do you know what that is off the top of your head? Well, let's see here. 1/4. Let's just do this. 1 divided by 4, you get 0.25. And then if we hit the square root button, it's 0.5. Okay, so the distance is 0.5. So that's what you got if you did it this way, and that's why here's why you got it wrong. You got it wrong because if we look at this, 4 times weaker. 4 times weaker, that does not mean that you should have put a 4 right here on this side. 4 times weaker, that means 1/4. So 4 times weaker is the same thing as saying 1/4 as strong. I hope that makes sense to you. So in the equation up here, where we have the S, the strength is 1/4 as strong. So I'm going to put in 1/4 for the strength, and then my 1 over d squared here. So I'm just going to cross multiply again. 4 times 1, I get 4. 1 times d squared, I get d squared. Take the square root of everybody. Square root of d squared is d. Square root of 4 is 2. So I'm betting the actual answer is 2. So let's hit this button here. Fill in correct responses. 2. Okay. So there you go. Just as a quick review, since I'm under 3 minutes, since the question said 4 times weaker, you needed to recognize that 4 times weaker is the same thing as 1/4 as strong. So rather than put a 4 in for S, no, we should put in a 1/4 for S. There you go.